I accept your nomination to be President of the United States of America.
WFAA senior political reporter Jason Whiteley has been in Chicago all week. Joins us live outside the United Center. The vice president making history tonight, Jason.
Cynthia, it was an unprecedented night here in Chicago. A number of things people did not expect. The first is the building got to capacity pretty quickly. Early on this morning, we were at the Texas delegation breakfast, and they were warning Texas delegates, get there early to the United Center here behind me, get to your seat, don't get up, don't go to the bathroom, don't go get any popcorn, stay there. We expect more people to be there than they actually have seats for. What actually happened, it seems like, is the Democratic Party handed out more passes like this than they did have seats for. So the fire marshal closed access going inside the building about 8 o'clock tonight. But let's take you inside with the history that we saw here tonight. 300 or so Texans were inside among the thousands of people in there this evening to watch Kamala Harris accept the presidential nomination. Think about for a moment how remarkable this situation is here. 2 months ago, the Democratic Party was uninspired, trying to figure out how Joe Biden might be able to sustain 4 more years in the White House. Tonight, though, energy, enthusiasm, emotion. This feels a lot like it did in 2008. It feels a lot like it did in 1992 when Bill Clinton was running against George H.W. Bush. Here's the question, though. This was the last night. This was the last event of the Democratic National Convention. The election is 75 days away. What does that look like? Dallas Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett is campaigning for Harris. She is a surrogate for the campaign, traveling the country. And I spoke to her inside tonight and asked her what she expects to see from Harris over the next 2 months. Here's what she told us.
She's not really as attacky probably as I am. People expect that I will go for the jugular. That's not really her style. She's a lot smoother with it. She will handle him, though. It will be very clear that she is, and here's the deal. Because she is a woman, if she allows him to bully her, then people will look at her and say, this is why women aren't supposed to be in this kind of space. So she will have to exude that strength, but it's the strength that we know that she has.
One of the speakers tonight, Dallas Congressman Colin Allred, on stage before we all watched that historic moment there with Harris. Allred, of course, running in the biggest race in the state, running for Senate against Ted Cruz. Allred spoke briefly here tonight. He endorsed Harris, and this is politically significant because Allred has not been seen with Harris for 2 or 3 visits that she has made to the state, and many people are wondering why. Is he maybe running away from Harris? But tonight he showed that he does support her and he is backing her campaign. That's why he was here tonight. Here's the big question going forward, because the convention is over. The campaign's really kicking into high gear. Schools are back in session. Labor Day's coming up. The question tonight politically, can Kamala Harris sustain the momentum she has had over the past month? Will Republicans find anything that will actually stick to her campaign? They have not been successful in that so far. A lot to watch for, and all of this, Chris, is on fast forward because the election is 75 days away, a little more than 2.5 months from right now. Back to you.
Yeah, and some states start early voting here in just the next few weeks. Thanks, Jason.